Well, good morning everyone. This is not kind of the way I wanted to start this video. So obviously I'm here at Disneyland, the original Disneyland, which is awesome. Really looking forward to today. I've been for quite a while. And I thought, yeah, I'll get down here early, I'll jump in the queue for Rise of Resistance, park home at 8 o'clock, it's now 9 o'clock, so I waited an hour or so for it. Got onto the ride, gone through the pre-shows, done all of that sort of stuff, and it broke. Broke down literally while we were on it. We were about to go, we'd had seatbelts on and everything, and we were about to go. Sometimes it's just one of those things. So they were really good, they got us off the ride pretty quickly, and have given me a lightning lane to come back later on, so I'm guessing it's going to be down quite a while because they evacuated everybody out of there. So yeah, an hour in, I haven't done a ride yet, not great, but is what it is. Sometimes these things happen, so and I'll say, at least I've been given a lightning lane. Having said that though, the theming of it was incredible. The three pre-shows were brilliant. I'm going to save and talk you through it later on. And I'll put in the clips that I filmed. Really liked after the second pre-show how you walk out and you see all of the Star Wars characters all lined up there. Stormtroopers, I think they're called. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. Yeah, the theming was great. Really enjoyed walking through and seeing the theme. I just would have loved to have done the ride at the end of it, but we'll wait and see. Theming around here is absolutely incredible. Since Rise of the Resistance has gone down, I've decided to go and do Smuggler's Run, I think it's called. Wow, just look at how well themed this is. As I say, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I still find this really, really incredible. Chewbacca there.
Tell me.
So you want to come for Smuggler's Run? Wow. That is insane. I am lost for words. The camera doesn't do that justice, but the scale of that thing is massive. Look at the size of the people stood next to that. Oh my god. Wow. I had no idea this was here. Like, this is part of why I don't do loads of research before I come to parks. I want to get a natural reaction and see it when I walk around the corner. Wow. Just going in Smuggler's Run a go. Are you single rider and see how long I wait? 15 minutes for standby, so let's have a look, see what it's like.
Alright.
So I've just come off of Smuggler's Run. That was good fun actually. If you've never been on it before, there's a group of 6. There's 2 pilots, 2 gunners and 2 engineers. I was an engineer. I think that's probably the worst of the 3 roles, but it was still good fun. Definitely pilot definitely looks like it would be the best one, so hopefully I'll get one of them later on. I think if you're a single rider though, you're pretty much always going to get engineer because that's the last role that's filled. And obviously the way it works is they batch you through, so it'd be 5 people and then you join on the back of that. So I might do the standby line later in the hopes of getting a pilot go, but we will see. Overall, yeah, good ride. It's very similar to a motion simulator. It probably is a motion simulator, but obviously you press different buttons. I don't think actually pressing the buttons makes a difference. I think that no matter what happens, you'd get the same show and see the same things. It reminds me a bit of when you were younger as a kid and you just button mash things when you're playing kind of PlayStation or Xbox or something like that. Very similar to that. Yeah, and again, the theming, you forget just how good Disney is at theming. It's wonderful. beautiful. Just from the minute you step in the queue line all the way through there, there's no detail that goes unnoticed. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Good little ride. I wouldn't say it's one of the best ones here. It just is good, and quite enjoyable really. And especially for somebody who's not a Star Wars fan, if you are a Star Wars fan, I reckon you'd really enjoy that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. It looks pretty quiet across the whole park, to be honest with you. My plan is to see if Rise of Resistance has opened and go and do that if it has. If not, I might go and do Big Thunder Mountain, or just have a bit of a wander and see what's going on. I didn't mention in the previous clip that actually it's 16 hours this park is open for today. So from 8 AM all the way through until midnight. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here until midnight, because I'm back here again tomorrow and it's the same opening hours again tomorrow. So yeah, I think that having 30 plus hours is probably enough to experience this park. And then also I'm at California Adventure on Wednesday, which should be good. I think that's just a one-day park, and that looks really quiet over there. So I'm planning on getting there early and doing all the rides there. So yeah, wherever I end up next, I'm sure you'll see me. I've said it a few times, but the theme in here is so good. You really do feel really immersed. They could have just made this a walkway out. The theme, everything. Fair play Disney, done an incredible job there. Really impressive. As you can probably tell, Rise of Resistance hasn't reopened yet, so I'm just going to wander down this way and see what's going on everywhere else. I mean, just even look at that, like, wow. It's my first time experiencing a Galaxy's Edge, and this is just insane. Like, so well done. Yeah, let's head down this way, see what's down here. You should all know what ride this is. An absolute classic. Big Thunder Mountain. Be interested to see how this one compares to the one in Paris. Wildest ride in the wilderness, Big Thunder Mountain. That was awesome, really good. I think I prefer the one in Paris though, just slightly. I just think that the way that it starts, the part where you go underneath the lake and then the scenery around it is better. Yeah, my favourite part of that was the third lift hill, I think it is, when you're going up. I think Paris has the same style. You're going up and it's the dynamite one, where they're blasting for they're blasting holes in the rock, and as you're going up there you rock from side to side, which is a really cool feature. Really enjoyed it. Nice long ride as well. 3 or 4 lift hills on there. Brilliant operations as well, like you just didn't stop moving and just kept flying around. More positive news as well, Rise of Resistance has reopened, so I'm going to head back there. It's a 40-minute wait at the moment, so I'm going to head there and use my lightning lane on that that I got when I came off of it. Yeah. Oh, another thing as well, it's not very warm today, which is brilliant. As you can see, I've got my Nemesis jumper on. It's about 21, 22 degrees, which is perfect weather for me. And hopefully it doesn't get too much hotter. Yeah, 3 days in 37, 38, 39 degrees heat was a bit too much for me. So yeah, let's head over to Rise of Resistance. Hopefully I'll get on it this time, and hopefully I can give you a full review of it.
You again. We want you to stay clear of this sector. That's affirmative. Disobeying a directive can get you arrested. Is that what you want? Good. Whatever your plan is, it's not working. Move along. We'll be watching, citizen. The First Order will be watching you. That's affirmative. With the first.
Second time lucky, hopefully. Just scanned in. Yeah, there's quite a few people that have that were getting evac'd at the same time as me that have just scanned in, so we might have a little bit of a wait, but we'll see. So, fingers crossed.
BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Bayou is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pucara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pucara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-Num and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Poe Dameron and a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pucara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Stand clear. Deck doors opening now.
Hurry, all recruits to transport. No need for safety gear, it'll be a smooth ride.
Thank you, 9-Num. Black Leader, are you and your team ready?
Affirmative. Engines are hot. Red 2, Blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
Blue 5 standing by.
Affirmative. Hyperdrive systems normal. Main reactor. Engage repulsors and hold on, recruits. More ships. Launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Pucara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark.
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company. First Order TIE fighters. Reroute. Red 2, Blue 5, we got a clear path so transport can make the jump.
We lost Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue.
I'm trying, but...
We lost Blue 5. I'm gonna try to draw him away.
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready. You won't have much time.
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from? Star Destroyers.
Get out of there.
We can't. We're caught in the tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
I'm gonna get some friends and make this a fair fight. Don't worry, I'm coming back for you. Stay strong.
Is there anything we can do, 9-Num? No, the tractor beam will be too strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
They'll want a location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
Resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Just come off of Rise of the Resistance. Wow, that was incredible. Storyline's great, theming's great, ride's great. So it's a trackless dark ride system, so it's a ride that has no fixed track. All the cars talk to each other, and it's really, really clever the way that it works. A proper little nerd out moment for me just seeing that. The theme is really, really good as well. As I said before, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I can appreciate a good theme. Really, really well done. Q-Line's brilliant, as I've shown in the previous clip. The actual pre-shows are really good. I tried to record as much of them as I could, and that's really where the story starts to build up. So the story is that you are part of the Resistance, and you are going on a special mission for Lieutenant Beck, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong there. So the first pre-show is sort of setting the scene, and then the second pre-show is you go on to the ship, where you move into the sort of, you're moving through space to go on this special mission. While you're on this mission, you get captured by the bad guys. I don't know who they are, but the bad guys, and they pull you in using their force into their main capital ship. And then that's when the doors open, you walk out, and you're greeted in that room. Trying to comprehend the scale of that room, it is massive. With all of those stormtroopers in there, it looks absolutely awesome. And then, so after that, that's kind of the end of the second pre-show. You do a little bit more of a queue, and then you kind of walk down where you get onto, where you walk down just before you go onto the third pre-show. Walk in to the third pre-show where you're now in a cell. You've been captured by the bad guys, and they kind of are discussing what they're going to do with you and how they're going to find out where the secret base is that's I don't think it's on board the ship, but they're trying to find out where the secret base is. While that's happening, right at the end, you're kind of the Resistance who are on your team, they cut through your cell, and that's when the door opens for you to go and board onto the ride. So first three pre-shows, all three pre-shows are absolutely brilliant. I prefer the second pre-show the best. I think that's really cool how you're actually moving on there as you kind of go through the pre-show, and then you kind of walk out. You've got the super cool spaceship on the right, and then you before you go in, and then as you come out, you've got the stormtroopers right in front of you. After that, you obviously board the car, and go through the experience of trying to escape, because you've been seen to have escaped from your cell. And then you go through so many great effects. My favourite bit is when you go in to sort of a simulator-based bit, drop down, and the airtime that you get on there was really cool. Really wasn't expecting it to be that good. And the way that the cars just interact and the whole experience is really, really, really good. They have those massive, I don't know what they're called, they look a bit like, I don't really know what they look like, but they're huge sort of camel-like structures. I don't know the name of them, and they've got guns at the front, and you kind of go through there, you're weaving in and out of their legs and stuff. It's absolutely awesome, really, really, really good. Not quite my favourite dark ride in the world. I'll have to give that to Forbidden Journey. I'd say that's definitely still number one. This is number two, definitely better than Mario Kart that I did the other day at Universal. So yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'm so glad that I've got on it, using that lightning lane. Waited less than 2 minutes for it, literally walked straight through the queue, straight into the first pre-show, did all the pre-shows and straight on. It must have just reopened, so got kind of lucky there. But yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful experience. If you come to this park, definitely don't miss out on that, because it is fantastic. Since I last spoke to you, I've done Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion and Indiana Jones. All three really good. Start with Pirates of the Caribbean. I have filmed some on-ride footage for Pirates and Haunted Mansion. Hopefully it comes out alright. I don't know if it will because of how dark it is and the GoPro doesn't pick up much in low light, so we'll wait and see. If it's any good, I'll put it in after this clip. If it's not, then you won't see it. Pirates was great, really long ride. I'm obviously used to the one in Paris, but this one was so much longer. You start by going through the restaurant scene to begin with, then go down a couple of little drops, and then you get kind of the dark ride scene after that, which was brilliant. Haunted Mansion was good as well. I think it was a little bit more on the shorter side compared to the one that I've done in Paris. However, the final scene was really good. I really enjoyed that. Big room, you kind of go down it backwards, which is cool, and you can kind of see up. You've got the ghosts in the ceiling, you've got the trees that are kind of hanging over you with the faces on, and then you've also got the singing heads. I tried to get a bit of footage of that. I don't know if it's going to come out any good or not, but that's my favourite scene, is the singing heads. I think they're really cool. So yeah, and that was good. And then did Indiana Jones Adventure, which was absolutely fantastic. I didn't know what to expect. I haven't seen any POVs of that or anything. Really good fun. You kind of sit in a Jeep, and it kind of goes on, and it really feels like you're off-road and going through the whole Indiana Jones story. The set pieces in there are fantastic. The skull that's in there with the fire in its left eye is massive, like absolutely huge. Really surprised by that as well. I put quite a bit of the queue line in after this as well, because that was really well themed. Really enjoyed looking at all the scenery in there. And the unique fact about that is that you actually, when you queue, you go underneath the road that's like the perimeter road around Disneyland here. You go underneath that, and then you kind of come out the other side. So when you look at it on the app on your phone to see where you are on the map, you're like outside of Disneyland, just in a green field. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, really surprised by that. Honestly, do not miss that. Pirates and Haunted Mansion were okay, but Indiana Jones, I'd probably give it an 8 or a 9 out of 10. It was absolutely fantastic. It is 1:45. I've got quite a lot done so far. I think I've done the 2 rides in Galaxy's Edge. I've done Big Thunder Mountain, and then them 3 that I've just mentioned there. So I think the plan is to probably get some food and then head to Hyperspace Mountain after that. It's got a queue of about an hour, so my plan is to eat, and then I'll be in the queue while the food goes down. One thing I've noticed as well is that over the last sort of half an hour or so, it's got really busy here. Like, I've never seen a park this busy before. Like, you are almost, it feels like you're in stop-start traffic on a motorway, like just trying to walk down the main paths is just constantly behind somebody, and yeah, it's really busy now. I can see why it's open till midnight. But yeah, I'm happy with how I've gotten so far, and we'll see what comes up next. had my first ride on Space Mountain. That was brilliant, that was. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Considering it's nearly 50 years old as well, it was really smooth. When I first got on there, you go up kind of 3 lift hills. So you go up the first lift hill and then you go into like, obviously it's all indoor, but it's just like a lighting package which makes it feel like you're moving quicker and quicker, so the lights flash past you quicker. Which is a really cool effect, so it made you feel like you were going really quick when you really weren't. So you go up kind of 3 lift hills and then there's just a sort of series of drops. I love that it's got lap bars and it doesn't have over the shoulder restraints. Disney normally have ridiculously sized restraints, so yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Only slight downside was that it was advertised at 60-65 minutes, something like that, and I probably waited just over 90. It was the first time I really noticed the queue moving slowly this whole trip, to be honest with you. Just felt like I was in the queue forever, and it's just never been here before. It's basically just a massive cattle pen, and then I'll put some footage of the queue line in afterwards, of the good bit of the queue line. That's literally it in terms of the good bit. The rest of it is just one huge cattle pen. Luckily it was indoors, so we went outside in the sun. But yeah, that was a long wait. I could really feel it. Also with a lot of Disney attractions, because the capacity is so high, you're constantly moving, so it doesn't feel like you're waiting that long. Where that one was stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. I don't know if they had a lot of lightning lane people coming in or whatnot. That was really long wait, that one. However, don't judge the coaster by how long you have to wait for it. I judge it by the actual experience, and it was really good, and the sort of the lighting effects in there were good. The stars that it created, and it really felt like it was a lot taller as well. I'll spin you around in a second so you can see the building. Considering that they managed to fit all of that into that small of a footprint and that small of a building, it's really impressive. And it's the fact it's 50 years old is good as well, and the fact it's so smooth. So yeah, time now is nearly 4 o'clock, so as I say, waited quite a while there. Not sure what I'm going to do next. I've not checked the app or anything like that, so I'm going to have a look at there, see what the queue times are, and then I'll let you know. Yeah, so that's the building that it's in. Obviously there's a little bit underground as well, but super cool.
No, they're good.
Rendezvous at Planet Z. I will remain here at Star Command to coordinate the mission. Battle stations. Report to the flight deck for immediate launch. To infinity and beyond.
When you're here, you realise just how small that castle is, especially compared to the one at Paris. Still beautiful though. And you'll see in here as well just how small it is in here. As I say, the one in Paris is much bigger than that. Right. And that's it.
Yeah. They're going in all different ways. Right.
40-minute wait for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Gonna give this one a go.
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train? Excuse me, you there.
Who, me?
Do you mind helping these good people into the cartoon while I fix this here locomotive?
Well, sounds like I'm in.
Thanks. Be back in a jiffy to pick you all up.
So I've just done Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I think that's what it's called. So first off, Buzz was great. Waited about 40 minutes or so for that. It's crazy to think that I've just waited 40 minutes for a shooting dark ride. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same layout and the exact same everything as Disneyland Paris. But yeah, just good fun getting on there, shooting a load of targets, just having a good fun time really. I love the Buzz animatronic in the queue line. They've got the same one at Paris, but obviously it speaks French in Paris, so I can't quite understand what it says, but it was cool to actually understand it this time. And then I also went over to the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's quite a bit of a tongue twister that. In Mickey's Toontown, I think it's called. It's quite overwhelming in there, to be honest with you. Like really, really busy, really chaotic. It seems to be like a load of kids' play areas, so there was just loads of kids running around, and yeah, quite very, very chaotic, and I'd say a little bit overwhelming, a little bit stressful. I put a few clips for you of the queue line with some of the props from the films and the movies and stuff that they've used. I thought that was really, really cool that they put them on display. Yeah, really, really cool. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing that. I was debating on whether filming on ride, but decided not to. So when you go into the station, I was sat on row 1, so there was like a big train right in front of me. I was like, oh, you're not going to see much, so I didn't bother. Not fully knowing what the ride is. So you're in a train, and then as you go into kind of the show building, the Zero car basically gets cut off, and then you go into a Chocolate Stark ride, which is a really cool way to do it, I think. So I didn't film that. If I get a chance to do it later or tomorrow, I might film it so you can see. My favourite scene in there was with Daffy Duck, I think, where she gets you to dance in the car. Start by doing a waltz and stuff like that, all in sequence, and then you do a conga to finish with, which is really, really good fun. I think Paula must let me back as well at that point, because my back's kind of hurting now, because you kind of get jolted to the side, and I wasn't expecting it. Waited about 45 minutes for that one, which was just pretty good really. I think I'm going to head over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge next and have another go on Rise of the Resistance. It's on a 60-minute wait at the minute. It's 5:30, so yeah, I think if I go and do that, my plan is to see the fireworks tonight at 9:30. To do that, and then I'll do a ride on something after that, and then probably leave the park 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish, just so I can get back to my hotel for a decent time, as I'm back up early again to get here for ride open at 8 o'clock. My advice would be is definitely get here for 8 o'clock. I ticked off quite a few rides early in the morning with low weights. Like I would have done Rise of the Resistance had it not broken down. I did obviously Smuggler's Run, and I did Big Thunder Mountain and waited about 20 minutes for all of them, individually obviously. So yeah, definitely recommend getting here for when it opens at 8 o'clock, because now it's just absolutely packed, and 45 minutes is the lowest wait for anything. So, but still having a good day, which is the main thing. Some of you might be wondering why I haven't done the Matterhorn bobsleds so far today. This is why. It's closed for its refurbishment. I did know that it was closed for its refurbishment before I booked to come out here to California. Disney do a great job of updating their ride closure pages and plan maintenance pages, so I knew about that, as I say, when I booked the trip. But I just thought I'm probably going to come back out here at some point anyway, so it's really not the end of the world if I miss it. I would love to have gotten it, such a classic ride, but obviously not going to get the chance to. Not the end of the world. Yeah, but as I've sort of said previously, is that I've decided that this year, rather than putting things off like normally, that would have been a reason why I'd put it off coming, but because all of these great rides are closing, so at Six Flags parks and Cedar Fair parks, I've sort of said, right, I'm going to go, and if there's one thing that's not open, or the odd thing here and there that's not open, it's not going to put me off going. So yeah, as I say, unfortunately I'm missing that one this trip. However, I will definitely be back at some point, especially with the stuff that's been built up the road at Magic Mountain. Yeah, and then when I get back out here, I'll just spend a day here and tick it off then, and do a couple of the other rides that I won't get a chance to do on this trip. So yeah, hopefully next up should be Galaxy's Edge for Rise of the Resistance. I'll see you over there.
Travelers, off-worlders, citizens of this outpost, I need you all to approach and wait for further orders. Supreme Leader, we are awaiting your orders, sir.
We need information.
Yes, sir, I Supreme Leader.
I don't care if you get it from a pirate, a thief, or a traveler. But get it. Am I clear, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir. Well, clear, Supreme Leader. My apologies, sir. Yes, sir. Troopers! You will join recon unit and question anyone you find suspicious. If you do not believe them, detain them. We have room in our prisoner transport for them. Or for you. Understood?
Affirmative.
All right, move out. Yes, there's several travelers here for letting me know who's suspicious. I'll be watching you. Really? Then we'll watch each other. We will find that resistance spy, and we will crush the resistance for the order.
As we continue our journey, keep a close eye on the riverbanks. There's a good chance we might catch a glimpse of moose, mountain lions, and other wildlife.
So as you've seen from the last clip, just had a ride on Mark Twain, which is a absolute classic. The one at Paris is great, and also the one here is pretty good as well. I should put in a few highlights from there, but yeah, a proper classic Disney ride that is. I've made my way back down to Rise of the Resistance, so obviously I was going to do that first, but it hasn't opened, or I got here and it closed, so when I did Mark Twain and I'll come back here, there's just been a lot of activity around here, a lot of people waiting, hoping that it'll reopen. I'll spin right now so you can see. Yeah. So I'm hoping that it might reopen fairly shortly and I'll be able to jump in the queue and get a fairly short wait for it, which would be great. So I'm probably going to give it 15-20 minutes or so. If it opens, then I'll jump in. If not, then I've got quite something else to do. So it's just reopening, literally 5 minutes I've waited. Cool. Right near the front as well. Perfect.
You have your entire party with you before you enter. We'll do handshakes on the head. Make sure all the little ones leave before the entire party.
That was lucky. I was literally about to leave in a couple of minutes, so, and I just saw everybody get up and start moving, so I was like, right, I'm going for it. So yeah, I'll let you know how long I wait when I come off.
Entire party with you before you enter.
So I just had another go on Rise of Resistance. That's my second one of the day. Yeah, really good. Absolutely brilliant yet again. You notice just different things when you get on at that time. I mean, that time I'd noticed it before, but when the bad guy puts the lightsaber through the ceiling and cuts around it, just that effect, just knowing that was coming and seeing that was brilliant. Also, I waited 5 minutes. It's on an 80-minute queue now, so that was really lucky. I'm so glad that that's just hang around and waited for a little bit. It was brilliant to just hang around and, as I say, wait 5 minutes. So yeah, absolutely wonderful. It's 10 to 8. I'm in two minds now. I'm not sure whether I call it a night early today and then stay late tomorrow, or whether I stay late today and call it early tomorrow. I have done pretty much everything that I wanted to do today, to be honest with you, even though it's been ridiculously busy. I was talking to a couple of people in the Rise Resistance queue before, and they were saying that apparently there's an offer on for California residents where they get it discounted, and this is the last week it's on. So that's why there's a lot more people here than there would normally be. And it's also a grad night tonight, so they had one at Magic Mountain last week, and there's one at Universal as well, and there's one here. So apparently it's a massive thing over here. It's not back in the UK. Like, theme parks don't do anything for graduation or anything like that. So yeah, that's why it's a lot busier here than I anticipated it to be, really. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do next, but whatever I do, I will let you know. But yeah, Rise of Resistance, absolutely wonderful ride. So been having a think, and I think what my plan is, I'm going to go and do the Chippendale coaster just to get the credit. So might as well do that. It's on a 20-minute wait, and then I'm going to do Tiana's Bayou adventure in the hope that, one, I won't have a full boat, so I won't get soaked. And two, that'll be the last ride that I do today, so I can then go back to hotel and get changed if I do get soaked, because I really want to do Tiana's Bayou adventure. However, that closes early, so if you watch the fireworks you won't be able to do that as your last ride, and I want to do both of those things. So my plan is tonight is to do Tiana's, and then tomorrow is to do the fireworks, because I don't want to do Tiana's and be soaked watching the fireworks. If it wasn't a soaker, I would probably do it whenever, because I wanted to get on it because it looks really, really good. However, I've seen some people today and they are absolutely drenched from going on there. So yeah, I don't want to be drenched all day, and it's not warm enough to dry off today, and neither is it again tomorrow. So yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to head to Chippendale, do that, then Tiana's on the way out. Maybe I'll nosy around in the merch shop if I'm not too soaked, but if I'm soaked, then I'll be wrapping up the vlog fairly quickly after that. So I'll probably see you over at Chippendales next. What a difference a couple of hours makes. This walkway was absolutely heaving when I was on the way back from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Runaway Railway, sorry. Yeah, like, you couldn't move on here. Wow, it's really quiet out now. It's 8:10, so yeah, it just shows you how quickly it quietens off. Yeah, hopefully tick off these last couple of rides pretty quickly. I really like this force perspective here, like, really like it. I think they've done a great job of showing out. I think that's really, really cool. Especially when you see it for the first time, you think that you're so much further. You've got so much further to go, and it goes back so much more. It looks really, really cool. So I believe Chippendales is just around here. Yeah, I think this is just a kiddie coaster, so I'm not expecting anything special, but 20 minutes for a plus one is definitely worth it. So I will see you in a second. Just come off of Tiana's Bayou adventure. That was absolutely fantastic, like really, really good. Mega impressed. It's got 3 drops on there. One of them is like almost a drop into an airtime hill, and then you go back into the kind of trough. I was sat on the back row and I got reasonably wet. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. I got reasonably wet. I'm so glad I wasn't on the front row. The guy that was on the front row, he came off absolutely soaked. Our boat was quite heavy, and he must have got 3 massive tidal waves, just absolutely soaked him. Really, really good. I didn't get to do Splash Mountain, so I can't compare the two, but I would say that is one of the best water rides I've been on. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Really, really like the bit after the first drop. You were kind of in the in the tunnel with all the animatronics in there. And yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So that's probably going to be it for me today, I think. It is almost 9:30, so my plan is to head back to the hotel, get a fairly early night, and then obviously be up again early in the morning. I'll be up at 6 to get here for 7:30, so I'm ready for when the park opens at 8. And decide what I'm going to do tomorrow. I ticked off pretty much everything I wanted to do today. Ticked off all the main attractions, so it'll just be kind of mopping up the last few things I haven't done tomorrow. And then getting back on the favourites. I'm hoping it's going to be slightly less busy tomorrow. And I also want to experience Galaxy's Edge in the dark, because I think that'll be super, super cool. Yeah, and go from there. So if you have liked this video, please make sure that you leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment as well. I'm going to start doing a new thing as well, where I try and sign off with a couple of things that I've really enjoyed about today. So for me, there's been 3 things today that I've thoroughly enjoyed. First one being Rising with the Resistance, obviously. That was absolutely fantastic, one of the best dark rides I've ever been on. Yeah, brilliant. Number 2 would be Space Mountain. I was quite surprised at how good that was, with the onboard audio and just the general layout and stuff. It was really, really good fun. And then number 3 has to be Tiana's Bayou adventure. Yeah, absolutely brilliant way to finish the day. Yeah, just a fantastic, fantastic ride. So yeah, I shall see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.